I'm back with another video, and for today I thought that I would work on an issue of having glue that's in the wrong spot. Now of course this is on the back of one of my diamond paintings. This is the Colorful Kitty or Colorful Cat, and usually many people have issues over here where the glue extends out, and I thought I would try this method of seeing if a nail polish remover, this here is non-acetone though, so I'm going to see if this works, what happens with it. And like I said, usually most people have issues where the glue is like outside of where the actual diamond is supposed to go. And I have another suggestion for how to clear that up, but since this is on the back, it keeps sticking to everything, and I wanted to try the nail polish remover. There was a spot right here, as you can see, this dark spot right there where it was, and it's not tacky anymore. I got it off, but I don't know if it's going to leave a dark spot. So that's what I would not want to suggest to someone, to use this when you are working on your front surface. But this here is glue here, and it's tacky and sticking. So I just put a little bit in a cap top, and I'm using the Q-tip and just putting some on it, tapping it off a bit, moving that out of the way so I don't bump it. And then what I did was I just started rubbing it into it to get it off. It seems to be removing it. And then I'm taking the clear side and cleaning where I used it. And then using my nail a little bit to remove any of the other gummy stuff off of it. So it seems like it is taking it off. But now coming down here, so you gotta watch when you do get it off, you don't spread it, you know, down on a different part. But it does definitely seem like it is taking it off. I'll have to see what that looks like after it dries. I think I need another Q-tip. Okay, just hang on one second, I'm going to get a new Q-tip. Okay, I'm back. So I got a couple of them, and I wanted to finish this off here to see how great it's working, and if it's something I would suggest to do. And we'll take a look at the front to make sure nothing has happened that it seeped through and is damaging the other side. But it does remove it. If you can see, it's moving it off of where it was set. I'm just getting a clean one because I want to remove it out of the grooves of the canvas and pick up any of these others with a dry edge so it's not sticking back onto the canvas. As you can see, these things are a little tricky. They want to stay here, I guess. They like their little home here. But I had noticed that this kept sticking to something, and that's why I worked with it. Maybe it would have worked just fine if I used dry. But I thought of the nail polish remover. Figured I'd give it a shot to see what would happen. Okay, so that's still wet. It's got to dry now. And let me see the other side to see if I did any damage to the artwork. So this is where the area was. Nothing there. Did not come through. So that worked okay. That worked just fine. And like I said, being that it was on the back, it doesn't really matter what the back looks like if it has a little stain on it. But at least I know it's not going to stick anymore. Right there. It's another piece. I'm just doing that part dry, and actually it did come up. Now my other suggestion I was going to use that I'm just going to give this one little final swipe here. Make sure it's all clean up. Okay. So maybe in a few minutes we'll turn this back and see what it looks like if it left a stain. Because then I would suggest don't use it on the front for sure. Now my other suggestion would be that if it's over and it comes outside of your area that you've done, a lot of people, they've just painted it with something. They've said they've used clear nail polish, they've used colored nail polish because they, made it like it's supposed to be there. They've used paint. Some people have put talc on it or cornstarch on it. Let me think, what else have others done? And there is one other thing you can try, is taking a little razor blade, and you have to kind of line it up. What would that be? Parallel to the surface, and just go in and kind of scrape it like this, to scrape the surface to get it out of there. Because if you do it up and down and then you just try to pick with it, you could actually catch up on the fibers of the canvas, and then you're gonna kind of mar up your canvas or rip it, or it'll look fuzzy and funny. So that would be the only thing, is to use the straight edge razor blade this way and just try to edge it until you get it off, and edge it this way too, and then maybe you can just remove it. That's my only other suggestion when you're dealing with a glue that's in the wrong spot. And it's been a minute or two. That's still not dry, and it still shows, it is still wet. I can feel wetness, so it isn't dried just yet. But the other one that I did about 8 minutes ago is still there, but it's getting lighter. So I think that this here, because it absorbed into the canvas, just needs to dry. Maybe you won't be able to see anything, but it could take, maybe 10 minutes, something like that. And I don't want to make the video this long. But what I'm going to do is I will double up on this video, and I will say that this here is the Colorful Kitty, and it is the diamond painting one. I also was working on the same picture, though it was in, I'm just putting away the acetone, well, the non-acetone nail polish. I'm putting it back in the bottle while I'm talking. And so basically I was doing the paint by number of this one as well. And I will show you that one because I did finish it. And I wanted to get the two finished, but I didn't. So this is the paint by number, and that's what it looks like. So I have to say that it took me about 40 to 45 hours. I kind of lost track after I was about 35 or 36 into it. I just kept working on it whenever I had a chance. And wouldn't you know, I had to work like double and triple shifts for my work all at one time. But just look at that. I mean, it almost looks like the kitty cat is right here in front of you. That is amazing. This is a very amazing paint by number kit, you know. I mean, the detail is just awesome. You can even see the whiskers and everything. That's wonderful. When I first started it, I will tell the truth, I got discouraged because it was such fine work, fine detail I had to do, that I just wanted to give up. And I wanted to complete it because I knew I had the other diamond painting, and I wanted to see them side by side when they were both completed. But that's just, I seriously, no one that I've showed it to so far believes that it's a paint by number. They think I painted it, and I didn't. You all know it's paint by number. But so I would highly recommend these paint by numbers. Actually, there's not even a name. This here is the card and this is the company. It does come from, I think, either China. I think it's from China. It doesn't even say on the back the company. But anyhow, this is it just says painting by numbers, and you know, that's the numbers. 340 is probably the number of the particular picture, and then whatever that says in the writing, I can't read it, but I'll tell you, this is wonderful. And I've got two others to do, and I'm excited actually now to work on those because this came out so wonderful. And someone actually did purchase this, so it is not up for sale, and I'm going to stretch it onto a you know, to make it into a real picture that can be hung. They're going to frame it though, but I'm going to stretch it onto the boards, the wood that you do, and so it'll be a stretched picture for them. Then they're going to do the rest. They wanted to do that. So that's pretty much it for this particular video. I will do another video when I finish this kitty too, just to see what it looks like side by side. And it's so small. And I'll just show you the back. It still shows those two spots. This one here, of course, does look lighter, so maybe that'll get lighter as it dries. But it is a humid day here. You know, we're up to 80 degrees and we're in October, so that's kind of odd and unusual. But maybe it would have been dried by now in our climate. But I'll be back with another video showing this completed as soon as I finish it, and then I will show them side by side. And I'll probably offer this to the person who bought this one to see if they want it. You know, that's the way you do it if you're selling your work, you know, and there's nothing wrong with selling the work. And that's all I have time for right now, so I will catch you in the next video.